right, this is lesson 4-5, day 2. So we're still completing the square, only this time we're going to be completing it when we have a not equal to 1. So meaning we have some sort of a value here. So the first step is to get rid of that unmagical number. So right now we have a 10x squared plus 20x. Leave a spot for the magical number. All right, next. So here's the new step. So since we have that a, we want to get rid of it. So what we do is we divide by a on both sides. So when we divide both sides by a, we wind up with a 1x squared, which I'm just going to put in x squared, plus 10x equals 3. So next, what we're going to do is come up with our magical number, the number that we want to put in here, which we have b divided by 2 squared. So 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 5 squared would be 25. So that's our magic number that we're going to add to both sides. So we have an x squared plus 10x plus 25 equals 28. So we've simplified. Next, we're going to factor the left side as that perfect square binomial. So we keep the x. We do the square root of that last term. We keep the sign. And it would be x plus 5 squared equals 28. Next step, we take the square root of both sides. So undo that squared by doing the square root. So now what we have is an x plus 5 equals plus or minus square root 28. And we can go ahead and subtract our 5 and then simplify our square root 28. It can divide by 4. So that would be 2 square root 7. So simplifying that square root 28. And we are done. If you want to set up your two equations and solve them, you can set up both negative 5 plus 2 square root 7 and negative 5 minus 2 square root 7. But you can also keep it as 1 with the plus minus. All right, let's take a look at a couple more. Let's do one more together, and then I'll have you try number 2 on your own. So again, first step, get rid of that unmagical number. So it's 5x squared plus 10x equals 90. Now we want to get rid of this front term, so remember that's when we divide. So we wind up with x squared plus 2x equals 18. So now we're going to add in that magic number. So we're going to take the 2 and divide it by 2 and square it. 1 squared is still 1. So 1 is our magic number. Now we can go ahead and factor. Plus 1 squared is 19. And then do the square root. So x plus 1 equals, there we go, plus or minus square root 49 over 4, which we can actually do the square root of both of those. So it is x equals negative 1 plus or minus 7 halves. All right, so let's do another one together, and then the last one I'll have you do on your own. So first step, get rid of that magic number, unmagical. And we wind up at this point. Next, we are going to divide by 9. So first step, unmagical away, get the r squared just to be r squared. Plus 2r equals, and we're going to leave this as a fraction. Next step, add in that magic number. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, 1 squared is 1, so magic number of 1. Factoring would look like that. Over here, we would wind up with 1/9. Now we can do the square root. We have r plus 1 equals plus or minus. Square root of that would be a 1/3, and then we'd subtract 1. And you could actually take 1/3, so we have r equals negative 1/3 plus or minus, negative 1 plus or minus 1/3. You can simplify, so that's the one that you could set up the two answers of. So negative 1 plus 1/3 would wind up giving you. All right, so there's our answers when we take negative 1 plus 1/3, and then when we take negative 1 minus 1/3. All right, so try this last one on your own, pause the video, and then check when you're ready.